I'm with Father Raed from Caritas. Now, Father Raed, what is Caritas?
Caritas is the social hand of the Catholic churches, and Caritas Jerusalem is part of Caritas Internationalis, which exists in 164 countries. And we are part of Caritas Mona, which means Middle East and North Africa. Here in the Holy Land, we are under the umbrella of the Assembly of the Catholic Bishops of the Holy Land, and our president is the Patriarch Fuad Twal. Caritas started days after the 67 war to meet the immediate and urgent needs of the Palestinian people in general, but especially the needs of the Christian communities. We work not only with Catholics, but with all the Christians, not only with the Christians, but all the population of the Holy Land in the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and Gaza.
And what is the vision of the organization?
The heart of Caritas is the social work, which means needy people, poor families, old people, sick people, handicapped people, and even drug addicts. So we are serving the poorest of the poor.
Now, last time I spoke to you, you were doing a lot of work here, social work. What sort of work are you doing?
You know, we have a social department, and it is the most important department in our organization, and we try to help these people who are in need. And needs are now increasing, and unlimited needs. We don't know when and what will arrive. So we are following the needs of the Christian communities day by day, and we receive requests from all the villages and all the parishes, from all the priests, and we do our best to help them. But also we have a medical department. We have 4 medical centers. One is in Taipei in the western part of Ramallah, one in Aboud in the eastern part of Ramallah, and one in Gaza in Al-Shati camp. But also we have a mobile clinic serving 6 rural different localities in Gaza Strip. We have a credit department. We give small loans for small development projects, for housing projects, student loans, and emergency loans. We have also a youth department, and youth department we work in the field of training of volunteers for Caritas in every single parish. The last department is a development department. We try to work with local communities and especially with municipalities in all the fields of development, job creation, production, and even infrastructure.
Now, you say you work in Gaza. Is it easy working in Gaza Strip when there's so many people there and so many problems and situations?
You know, we are in Gaza since the year 90, which means 23 years. And now it is more difficult to work in Gaza. And also it's very difficult to go to Gaza. I myself, I have been in Gaza for the first time and the only time 3 months ago, because we launched the emergency for Gaza after the last November war. So I came back very sad and upset because I saw that the situation in Gaza is very difficult. First of all, they are living under siege since more than 8 years, which means Gaza now, unfortunately, is the biggest prison ever existing in the world with open heaven. The people are closed. The second problem is electricity. They have electricity 5 hours a day, imagine. And the third problem is clean water. They don't have clean water. and unemployment reaches like 50%, poverty and pollution, inquination. So I found that what we are doing is not more than a drop in the only a drop in the Sea of Gaza. Now, all the Catholic organizations which are working in Gaza are joining efforts to work together. The first step will be need assessment of Gaza, mainly the small, tiny Christian community. We hope that after 2 months we will have the results of this study, and we will see what we can do together, or what every single Catholic humanitarian organization can do.
Now, you're also working in the West Bank. Are there many poor families in the West Bank? And are many of these people working all the time, but they're still caught in poverty?
Unemployment in the West Bank reaches 30%. For this reason, I think that the main challenge is to find work to these people, because if they work, they will live with dignity. And this is not easy, especially with this movement restriction, and especially that they can't come to Jerusalem or to inside Israel to work. Before this separation wall, more than 500,000 of Palestinians from the West Bank used to work in Jerusalem and inside Israel. More than 300,000 people from Gaza used to work in Israel. Now, I can say that not more than 10,000 work inside Israel and in Jerusalem. And this is a very, very big challenge, unemployment. But of course, the church can't give work to everybody. But those who are working in church organizations, schools, hospitals, parishes, are at least 5,000 in Jerusalem and in the West Bank. So we can say that the church is #1 donor of jobs in Jerusalem and in the West Bank.
Now, you say you have an old city counseling center. What sort of issues do you face, and are there a lot of drug addicts here in Jerusalem?
First of all, we are working in this field since 98. And we are proud to say that we are the first and even the only counseling center. And it is not a cure center, it's a counseling center, which means it's a center of rehabilitation of drug addicts. According to the statistics in Jerusalem, I'm speaking about East Jerusalem, Arab Jerusalem, we have like 15,000 users of all kind of drugs, but we have almost 5,000 who are addicts. So in our OCCC, Old City Counseling Center, we are working in 3 fields. First of all, with the drug addicts themselves in small groups and with their families, especially women and children. The second field is awareness, and so we work in schools. We have every year campaigns in 32 schools in Jerusalem area. The third is education and training of social workers in collaboration with Bethlehem University. So our specialists in our center give 80 hours of lectures in Bethlehem University for 2 years. After these 2 years, social workers can have a diploma. So drug problem is a phenomenon in Jerusalem. We need urgently a cure center in Jerusalem or in Bethlehem or in Ramallah. Now, some cases we refer it to Haifa, to At-Taibe inside Israel, but it's not easy and it is very expensive. We as Caritas, we can't afford it. sending a lot of cases, but some cases we have sent them and we send them. So this problem is a very big problem.
And you're also working with elderly as well. What are you doing with the elderly?
We are working with elderly. We have, first of all, you have to know that especially in the West Bank, old people don't have social security system and medical insurance system. So after a certain age, they become dependent on their families. So and they don't have any kind of income. This is a big problem. So we work with old people in 3 fields. First of all, we try to make the medical insurance for those who don't have, because they will need it one day or another. We have daycare centers, mainly in Ramallah and also here in the old city. So old people come 3 days a week for a hot meal, for entertainment, for also medical check-up. And the others who can't come to the daycare center, we visit them. We have social workers who visit them in their homes. So, and even we have a program of home cleaners. Imagine. So, as you see, we are working, we are doing the work that the government and the Ministry of Social Affairs should do. This kind of program, according to my opinion, should be implemented in every single village in the West Bank. But, it's not easy.
And you're also doing youth empowerment. Is it difficult for the youth today living in the Holy Land?
Youth empowerment is a very good program. We have volunteers of Caritas in every parish, and they have a program, 2 kinds of programs. One is training, the second is voluntary work. So we are helping them to know very well their identity and their role in the society and in the church. And this is a very important program because they work together in a national level and regional level and international level. In a national level, we have summer camps for them, and the regional level, we send them every year in an Arab country with other young people. This year, for example, they were in Lebanon, 13 of them. And also, we are launching an international youth program. So we receive here young people from other sister Caritases who can stay for 2 weeks. And this year, we started with a summer working camp with Caritas Spain in Bethlehem area, and it was really very useful and a big success. For them, it is very difficult to live in the Holy Land because of the political situation, because of all this daily pressure, restriction of movement. So unfortunately, many of them dream to go abroad to the country of their dreams, America. But we try our best to strengthen their belonging to this land because it is the Holy Land.
And how is the Christian community in the Holy Land? Is it healthy spiritually?
We are speaking about a small Christian community. All the Christians in the Holy Land, I speak about the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and Gaza, are 50,000. 50,000, it is nothing. It is 1.4% of the population. Because this Christian community suffered from immigration. So we have 500,000 of Christians from the land who are living abroad. So they have sometimes not a feeling of weakness, or they don't feel afraid or persecuted, but they feel that they are a small community. Now we say our importance and dignity in the Holy Land doesn't come from our number, big number or small number. It comes from our presence, service, and especially our witness to Jesus Christ in his homeland. Imagine the Holy Land and the holy places without Christian. It will become old, cold, dead stones and museums. So our challenge, and this is the concern and the challenge of all the churches in the Holy Land, is what to do to help them and encourage them to remain here instead of leaving. And for this reason, our message and our appeal to all our friends, our Christian brothers and sisters all over the world, first of all, come. Don't be afraid to come. Come in big numbers. Don't leave us alone, because they have to feel that the responsibility of the Christian presence in the Holy Land is not only the responsibility of the Christians of the Holy Land, but it is the responsibility of all the Christians of the world, of all the churches of the world, for a simple reason that their faith started here from that empty tomb, the day of the resurrections in Jerusalem. So this is our first appeal. The second appeal for solidarity. We are not only speaking about economical solidarity to give money to the Christians of the Holy Land, because I am afraid that we became really professional beggars. We depend on the solidarity, generosity of the others. This is good, thank you. Solidarity might mean to pray for peace in the Holy Land, to help both Israelis and Palestinians to resolve this conflict, because we believe that when we will have peace in Jerusalem, there will be peace all over the world. When we will have peace in the Holy Land, this land will become the paradise of the world, and we will not need anybody.
And why do you do what you're doing today?
You speak about myself?
Yeah.
No, because, I belong to this land. I fall in love with this land. I am like an olive tree which has its roots very deep in this land. I feel that we are 2,000 years old, and we are here now, and I feel that I have this responsibility to help our Christian community to remain here. So this is my mission, is to strengthen the Christian presence in the Holy Land. Personally speaking, I had this gift maybe from the Lord to work in the social field since years when I was a parish priest of Taipei. And because Taipei is the only and last entirely Christian village in the land, so, and because I noticed that they are leaving, so I worked a lot, not only in the pastoral work and religious field, but also in development, so that we give work to people, and so they will feel, will live with dignity, and we encourage them to remain here. So I worked a lot in this field. Since I have this experience, the Assembly of the Catholic Churches nominated or elected me as director of Caritas, and we are doing our best. It's not a promotion, it's not a big job, it is a responsibility and service that we give in the name of the church for the local communities, especially the Christian community.
And what's your prayer finally for the Christian community here in the Holy Land?
No, I tell them, don't leave, please remain here. You have to feel that this is the land where the law chosen by God to be the place of the incarnation and redemption. And this feeling of belonging to the Holy Land is very, very, very important for us. And I tell them, if you are here, it's not by your own choice. It's God's will for us to be here in Bethlehem, in Jerusalem, in Ramallah, in Taipei, in Nazareth, not in Washington, New York, Madrid, London, or Rome. But they have to understand also that if we are here, we have to live under the shadow of the cross. It means what? It means that we are not better than the Lord. He died on the cross. We live under the cross, under the shadow of the cross, which means not an easy life, a difficult life, not a big community, but a small community. For me, This is our identity and our mission in the Holy Land. To be a small community, not a big community. To live a difficult life, not an easy life. And we have a mission. This mission for me is very clear. Is to witness to Jesus Christ in his homeland. In fact, if you visit the Holy Sepulchre, you will find the Golgotha. And nearby, there is the empty tomb. Now we are living on the Golgotha. Jesus was on the cross for some hours and was in the tomb for 3 days. We are living on the Golgotha, on the cross, since 1 century. And we are waiting and waiting and waiting our resurrection. When this will arrive, we believe that it will arrive because the empty tomb is near by the Golgotha and the cross. This is my prayer to our Christian communities in the Holy Land. Don't be afraid to remain here, a small community, as a light and as a salt of this Holy Land.
Okay, Father Raed, thank you very much.
Thank you, you are most welcome.